GitHub Checkout security style. I'm super excited to be here today, joined by Lucas Garron, an engineer and the GitHub security team. Hey, Lucas, what do you have for us today?
Today, I'm going to cover how to set up an SSH security key, which is to say how to take one of these physical security keys that you might plug into your computer and use that to access your account when you're doing Git operation. So to set up your security key for SSH, you'll want to type SSH-keygen, then -T ECDSA -SK for the security key. And I can also pass in my email. When I do this, it says I may need to touch my authenticator to authorize key generation. So I'm going to do that. It's asking me where to save it, and the defaults are fine for me. And because I'm using a physical security key, I'm not going to use a passphrase because it'll be protected by having to press the physical key. So this private key here only contains the information that your computer needs to know to communicate with a physical key, and you can't use this private key without having it plugged in and touching it. And this public one is going to be what you upload to GitHub to tell it this is the key that I have. So we could use cat to get the contents of this file. So this is what it looks like. And we're going to copy this into GitHub settings so that we can use it. I'm logged into my demo account, so we can go to settings, and then SSH and GPG keys, new SSH key, and then you can pick a name for it and paste this like you would a normal SSH key. Now you set this up. Now in order to test that this works, we can set up a repository and see if we have access. Make sure to use the SSH URL, and you should be able to use that URL directly with git clone. But this time you'll be asked to touch your security key to get access. Now we can make a simple change to the repository. So here we've just added a file. And when you push again, you'll be asked to touch your key. And as you can see, we were successful. And if we go to GitHub, you can see that the commit that we created now shows up. So we've successfully set up an SSH security key.
Yes, thank you for showing us this today. Question, Lucas. I am already using a key, this key, to log into GitHub. How is this any different?
Yeah, so it uses the same underlying mechanism called FIDO2 to have something that is only accessible in that key. So you can only do the operation when you touch the key. And it's a similar kind of operation. But if you've had a prompt in your browser that asks you to sign in using a security key, that's a different special application of the same protocol. It's called WebAuthn. And in this case, we're using a different application.
What type of security keys can you use?
Since this uses the FIDO2 protocol, which is an open standard, you should be able to use it with just about any reasonably recent security key. So a lot of companies use a YubiKey, so I have a few of those. But I've tested, and I believe it works with this Solo key, which is an open source implementation. And I believe Google has Titan. I presume this should work with that as well.
Thank you so much, Lucas. If you're ready to make the switch, go ahead and log into your account and follow the instructions in our documentation to create the new key and add it to your account. See you next time.